What is good, everybody? It is Sunday, April 6th, 2025, 5 p.m. That means it is time for Film and Box Office News Live, episode 133. We're reviewing Cooley High today. We're back in 30 seconds.
Oh wait, I don't have the intro video.
Oh, I
All
do
right.
one.
We're the
Nah.
heroes.
I'm gonna load it up during the show and then I'm gonna play. I loaded up the wrong one. Ah!
Oh, all right.
Here's your regular 30 seconds.
All right.
Hey, I think I got it. Here it goes. No, that's not it. Oh my God!
Should go with
I
the
had the
old song.
perfect one. All right, here's your regular intro.
Days make the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone a superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
Well, that's not it. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the world's greatest comic book channel with the world's greatest comic book shows for the world's greatest comic book people. You trying to win the world's greatest monthly giveaway. Thank
What
you for
happened? You
joining
kicked
us,
out Phil?
the Council of
Yeah, we
Comics.
lost
I don't know
Phil
what.
in the
Where's
process.
Phil? Phil,
What
come
did
back
you
to us,
do?
Phil. Come back, Phil.
Sorry.
There he is.
Sorry, I didn't realize I
Phil.
wasn't logged into StreamYards. I cleared out like my Google cookies and cache and all of that.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been like a while.
I'm
since
always
I've done
afraid
it.
to clear out those cookies. I'm always afraid because I go back and like I don't remember the password.
You, hello. Come
Yes,
on.
I know. They send you an
now.
email, the code. I know all that, but my mind, doesn't think about that until they send me the email. I'm like, oh, I can get back into it.
That like Friday. So everything I'm like
Yeah.
logging back into, and I got like a little thing where I write my passwords down. And
I try to, but then I always misplace the paper that I write the stuff down on, so it just doesn't work for me. So I let the cookies ride until they're rotten.
They're rotten.
Welcome to episode number 133, ladies and gentlemen. Happy April 6th. It's a cloudy yet rainy Sunday in New York. I wonder how it is over there in Texas. I think she goes a step
It's
out.
about
Okay.
no, it's about 50. I have a camera issues. It's about 50 degrees here. It's cold. Rain because we just had 4 days of straight rain. So
4 days.
Oh yeah, you're part of that like monster storm. That's like,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's film box office news. We're gonna go over everything film and box office wise. We're gonna talk Daredevil. We're gonna talk Superman extra clip. We're gonna talk Tron Ares, and then our film of the week is Cooley High, and we're gonna review that at the end as well as giving you all the great box office stuff. But we like to give you ducks for our great monthly giveaway. We're going into our April monthly giveaway. Whole new game, whole new challenge. Everybody's able to be a winner. Your first hashtag is Cooley High, the movie that we are watching. You're going to put that into the comment section, hashtag Cooley High, and we'll spin in a little bit for a duck for that. I'll put it down at the bottom as a banner. Boom, Cooley High at the bottom. That's the hashtag that you have to do. Oh, who we lose? We lost the Bizzle. We lost the Bizzleite. Let's get right into it. Phil, if you would please bring up that wonderful, wonderful box office. Oh, God. It's a world of Minecraft, ladies and gentlemen.
Move this here.
Well, it exploded on the scene.
Couldn't care less about
It exploded,
my
my
sons
friend.
all want to see it. I don't know how to explain how I could care about this.
Oh, you gotta remove.
Yeah.
They keep trying to show me the trailer too. I'm like, guys, no, not gonna happen.
Add to stage. There it is. Okay.
Ooh, zoomy zoom.
Yeah. Hold up. Hold on. I'm zooming now. All right. So, like Sam said, Minecraft exploded on the scene this week with $157 million.
That's just domestic, right?
And that's just domestic.
Yikes!
Worldwide, 301 million.
This is what we're talking about.
So this is actually good for Warner Brothers. Like they've needed, I think, a win on something like this. And the other thing I thought about is like the video game adaptation has come a long, long way within like the last 5 years. And then they're starting to do like these rather good, movies and quality like that are making money. Where usually like a video adaptation goes the way of.
Phil, can you point the mic a little bit more towards your mouth?
Oh, that better? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot better. There you go.
Yeah, usually like a video game adaptation lately has been like, it used to be like Borderlands, where it's just like a bomb. And lately they have been a lot of good adaptations.
Is this good though? Or is this just a lot
at
of
157? Yeah, I think it's good enough. I think it definitely like overperformed for them. But you know what? For like a game like Minecraft to do this well at the box office, where Minecraft doesn't really have a story, it's kind of open ended. Yeah.
What I will say is this: good for them. They made a movie that's going to make $1 gajillion. We know that.
Yeah.
My problem is, since they're the parent company that owns the rights to the DC stuff, that just gives them a license to make a bunch of more crappy DC stuff because they can afford it because they're going to make money off of this.
Well, yeah, but I think we gotta wait for Superman to see.
Do we?
We do, because it's a new era.
Okay.
It's a new era.
Okay.
What else we got in this box office?
So after that, Working Man comes in at number 2 with the 7 million. We went from 157 to 7,277,000. Number 3 is The Chosen Last Supper Part 2, makes 6,701,000. And number 4, Snow White, makes 6,087,000.
It is, but they
released it in theater.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes, I think, right?
Yeah.
So Snow White comes in at number 4.
It's on Prime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember, Easter's coming up, so
right.
it's the push.
But that's an interesting way for them to have timing. But okay.
Women in the Yard, number 5, 4,500,000. Death of a Unicorn comes in at number 6 with 2,696,000. The Chosen Last Supper, 1 million, part 1.
So how many
Last
people
Supper.
did the double dip?
Or you mean like Chosen and part 1 and part 2?
Then watch part 2, like got tickets so you could see them, and then go into.
Clearly, more people want to see part 2.
Well, part 1.
Well, part 1 made more money its first week.
Right.
Oh.
That was last week.
Yeah.
1,868,000. Hell of a Summer comes in at number 8 with 1,750,000. Number 9, The Friend, comes in at 1,617,000. And number 10 is Captain America: Brave New World, bringing in another 1,300,000.
What's the total?
For Captain America? Total is 411.
I don't think it's getting to 425.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but they have to leave it at the.
I mean, it's been in the top 10 since mid-February. That's got to count for something. You know what I mean?
February 14th.
$1 million for like another 10 weeks just to have a chance.
Yeah.
But can I just say,
do they leave it in there till June?
I could say that Minecraft is going to hit this number next week.
It's going to hit that number Wednesday.
What do you got to say, Clifford?
The Woman in the Yard needs an opening scroll to warn you of how triggering it actually is. And like, or also I'm in a very vulnerable state, and it was the worst possible movie I could have watched in my vulnerable state. But it is the most violent and graphic and over the top horror film construction about deleting yourself that the nightmares of men could manifest. If that's your, and if you dig that, this is your movie.
This is not me.
Hey, you'll be bored for like 45 minutes.
But I just find it interesting that if you were in a vulnerable state, you thought it's probably a good idea to watch a horror movie.
Because I wanted this association, and I didn't realize that it was going to pick on something that I was terribly vulnerable about in the moment.
It's a horror movie, though, Cliff.
I know, but like I just expected it to be horror. But no, they had to go that extra mile.
Death was involved one way or another in this movie.
I know I could handle regular death. The fact that it was the most elaborate supernatural escapade in deleting yourself was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I left the theater with my friend. We were shaking.
Oh, it did its job as a horror movie. It sounds
no, Phil. No, it did its job.
I don't know if you're helping it or hurting it right now.
Assaulter. It's not a horror movie. It's a psychological.
They're gonna use this rant from you as a commercial. Like,
you should. They should. Woman in the Yard, the most psychologically assaulting film in the second quarter of 2025.
I was gonna say this is like a selling commercial.
Yeah.
People want to see it now. Like, I'm interested now.
Universal Pictures, you have our permission to clip that. Just pay us.
Universal Pictures. Wow. And that's like your top 10. Black Bag, Mickey 17, Princess Mononoke, are 11, 12, and 13. Novocaine.
There's Novocaine chilling.
Nope, chilling at 16. Paddington still there at 17.
Yo, wait, check the total numbers on Paddington in Peru.
Paddington in Peru is 163 worldwide.
You know what?
You think it would be more?
I expect more, and we're really gonna have to watch that film because Paddington 2 is outrageously amazing, and just I have no words. No words.
The Paddington series, I will say, is a series of movies we didn't know we needed or wanted, and they've been a delight.
No, but Paddington 2, man.
Well,
you don't need nothing. You just watch Paddington 2 with 2 boxes of tissues, and you just let it take you. Just let it take you. I mean,
you should have watched that instead of your horror movie.
Oh no, I watched it after. So this is what happened. We watched the horror movie, then we watched The Incredible Weight of Whatever.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Right, but
yeah,
in that movie,
that's right.
Homeboy says Paddington 2 is a perfect movie.
Yeah, right.
So I turned to my girl and I'm like, I think we need to watch Paddington 2. And she's like, the brownies are ready. Let's scoop out some ice cream. Let's rent Paddington 2. Let's make this happen. And then we watched Paddington 2. And the ice cream was delicious. And the tears were flowing. And it was an experience.
Welcome back, C Bizzle.
Woo! Cheese.
Nice
things I had to do to get back here, man.
Did you reboot everything?
I reboot everything. It still wasn't working, so I had to go in the back of my computer, unplug my camera, and replug it back in, and that worked.
Wow.
It's crazy how certain things like that work, right?
Man.
Just unplug and replug, and you good.
Unplug and replug. That's why I got that job at Netflix.
Yeah.
All right, Phil, take us through the rest of this.
Nice Indian Boy, number 20. The Monkey, still making a little bit of money. The Encampments, Bob Trevino, No Other Land, Secret Mall Apartment. Mufasa, 20 made 54,000.
Mufasa.
Incredible
Led
Weight of
Zeppelin
Massive
made
Talent.
36,000. Bringing us way down to the bottom of the list. When fall is coming, I
When
know
this
that.
fall is
Around
coming.
September. $26 billion. And when the fall is coming, Michelle is a retiree in Burgundy, expects her grandson Lucas, but mistakes ruin her plans. Her friend Mary Claude's son is released from prison, reviving Michelle's purpose. Wow.
I love how it's in
Sounds
one
like-
theater and made $6,000.
They made $6
Right.
grand. It
Right.
sounds like
So,
I don't
I
know,
missed it.
weird
What was the number one?
Minecraft.
Minecraft smoked with 157.
It's
157.
157.
Over 300 worldwide.
Good God.
Yeah. Oh my
Yo,
goodness.
there are a
Minecraft
lot.
2 coming summer 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, Minecraft 2 just was like end credit scene. Boosh.
There's
know?
a
Minecraft 2 will be coming I haven't even seen the movie. I didn't need to see the movie. People saw that movie and were gushing all over the place how phenomenal, and the end credits and the end credits and the end credits.
Really?
Yeah. So please,
Nope.
that
That was
movie.
better. It was better what I heard before the
there's a
movie
lot
came
of
out.
Minecraft players out there. Like it
That's
doesn't look
good.
like the type of play game that I would like, but like people got into that game.
Yeah.
That's good for Jason Momoa and Jack Black.
Black.
That's good
yeah.
for
Yeah,
that.
because
careers.
they need more money.
Well, Jack Black did a good job on SNL. I watched that last night.
I like
Yeah.
Jack Black, especially
Jack
when
Black.
he's very talented.
He does this.
I
for me.
love him.
His
I
music,
love him in
like,
Tenacious D.
He has been
Yeah.
fabulous. He has been everywhere. He has promoted the hell out of this movie, and at the exact same time, just been a charming freaking gentleman all the
Yeah.
way through. The fact that he's like, oh, let me go stop by Homegirl, who won the first season of American Idol.
Yeah, just
Let's
say
go
hi.
stop.
Clarkson.
Yeah, let's go stop by Clay Clarkson, because that boy from Dating on the Spectrum, is dying to meet me. And then, like, it was beautiful. The kid, young man jumped out of his chair screaming. They're running to each other. He wouldn't let go of Jack Black the whole time. It was beautiful. And that's just one thing that I remember. I can't even remember the other stuff. Every time I look, it's just Jack Black is there. He's just there. And there's the big mane of hair is there. And he's just being amazing.
Yeah.
I'm having a week.
all right. Let's spin for our first duck of the night. It is COOLEY High. You got 15 seconds to put that into the comments section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. I see you, number 8 and number 9 and number 10. Oh, you snuck in there. Go. All right. Round and round it goes. Who's going to win the first duck of the night? Who's going to get entered into the April monthly giveaway? Oh! Well, what do you know? Who will I pick?
You can't leave the group. You got to stay.
Well, I'm going to pick a new name that I have not seen in a while. Make sure you are subscribed, but I have comic issues. See? You thought, man, I'm going to see what this is about. And you got in here, and you got
Boom.
yourself a duck in the monthly giveaway.
Got it.
I have comic issues. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Not only Cliffs, and not only C Bizzles, but as the Council of Comics as well to be, how did you say, eligible for the monthly giveaway. Next hashtag, Old Motown.
Woo.
Old
That
Motown.
soundtrack, right? That's
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I picked it.
That's at the bottom. Make sure you put that into the comments section. I'm gonna do a couple announcements. Cliff will do your announcements a little later on in the show. All right, first announcements. Where are we at here? There we are. We're a part of this beautiful Sunday lineup, YouTube lineup that we've been part of for a very long time, and it's a great bunch of comic book community shows. At 9:30 a.m. it starts off this morning with the Hangover Show, Hall Yeah Comics. At 10:45 a.m. is Bleecker Street Comics. You guys can go back and watch the rewatches for that. 4:30 p.m. was the Merry Monday Mail Call show. He's back. Yeah, episode number 56. And us at 5 p.m. Of course, we're going over COOLEY High. And then at 6 p.m. you have Heroes for Hire Comic Club Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. At 7 p.m. we have Kicking It with K-Pop. Shuha is the discussion today. Make sure you tune in after us for them. And at 8:30 is Legion of Comics. And at 9 p.m. our good friends over at Black Crown Comics. Make sure you tune into them. Young at Heart Foundation is a great organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for kids awaiting medical procedures out there. 2 ways you can help this organization. Go to youngatheartfoundation.com, scroll down, click this green register to become a donor button for Donate at Life America. Because more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering to become a donor today. Second way to help is to sponsor a Hope Kit. 100% tax deductible. They'll take all the funds together and create these great gift boxes for the kids. If you have another way that you want to help Mike and the organization, give them a call at 323-396-9998 or email them at info@youngatheartfoundation.com. And then lastly, Alternativist is our home away from home. It's located in Hyde Park, New York, 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. It's owned by our good friend Anthony. It is a great special for you guys out there that are looking to get your comics. You're having trouble getting your comics every week. Anthony will take your order, bag and board all those comics at no extra cost. Take 10% off that order and ship them out. Ship them on out to you. If that's something you're interested in, give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternativerse2@aol.com. The website is alternativerse.net, and they also go live every other Thursday on Whatnot. They have comics, cars, toys, and on the weekends they have card tournaments, Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic. Great place. Get in touch with Anthony, and he will give you the rest of the info. All right, let's get into some stuff that came out. You tell me if you're interested in this or not. Tron Ares dropped a teaser.
I'm interested. I haven't watched the teaser though, so that I'm definitely interested. Is this come out this year or is this?
This is this year, I believe, October 10th.
Okay.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Jared Leto.
So this is
in front of me. Never forget. Never forget. Jared Leto hit on Mateo in front of me. Never forget.
Sorry,
It's
my
gonna be a no
internet's
for me,
going
dog.
in and out, but I heard that he hit on Mateo.
Dude, it
In
is
front of
my
you?
Scarlett Johansson story. The two of them, this one, Jared Leto and Scarlett Johansson come into Quinto Cuarto together. The place is the size of the room I'm sitting in, basically, right? They go over into one little corner. I'm in my little corner by the little bar because I like to be near Mateo and out of the way. And they go over there and
Did you guys watch Tron Legacy?
Yeah,
I did.
it was okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't watch Tron like from beginning to end since the 80s.
They did a good job of putting it together. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I like the original Tron, like the first one.
Sorry, I was
A lot
in
better.
limbo land.
But
Legacy wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that
Legacy was
bad.
okay.
I definitely enjoyed it.
It was okay.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm
like-
a Tron fan though. I like this stuff.
Legacy ended with them coming out of the computer world and going into the real world. And I think that's where this is picking up at. So, and I think Jared Leto is probably playing Tron.
Okay.
You guys,
Well, Boxlight passed
playing
away,
the
didn't
villain.
is he playing the villain?
That's the impression I was under.
Is the villain Ares?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. Not much
What about,
excitement. No.
Well, no, I'm a
No.
little bit excited. Like, what about whatchamacallit? Is he coming back?
Jeff Bridges is coming back.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His voice is in the trailer.
I'm definitely down for it. I like that
I'll
kind of
watch
stuff.
it, but I'm not seeing it in the theater. I'll say.
The Tron, first Tron. I love that movie. I love the look of it. I love like everything about it.
Yeah, that's a classic movie right there. All right, let's then next thing we talk about Superman. What do we think about the extended clip of Superman?
I didn't watch it.
I also didn't even know it came out, but
I-
I think
I
I think I'm gonna go see this movie.
Yeah, I'm still going to see the movie. I'm trying not to watch too many trailers, so that way
really
it won't
like trailers
get shown the whole
are
movies.
Well, this clip is just an extended of this scene.
okay.
Of Crypto coming to get.
Crypto's a freaking menace.
Yeah.
Just a menace.
Is Crypto's like that in the comics, or
I mean, Crypto's still a dog, but like I expect more from Crypto because Crypto's supposed to have a higher intelligence because,
Yeah.
Kryptonian. But whatever, And all I'm thinking is, Crypto, you have probably never seen your homeboy like this. So why did you pounce all over him like it was playtime? But it's a cute scene, It takes him a hot minute to realize that he should drag him to the fortress. Then the Superman robots, a la All-Star Superman, are there, and of course Alan Tudyk, the man who fills in all the gaps in the James Gunn DC fandom. These people need to learn how to dance on Peacemaker. Alan Tudyk. It's like, I need someone to voice Clayface funny. Alan Tudyk. I need to voice someone Clayface violent. Alan Tudyk. Man's always there. And then number 12 is a female Superman robot. She's all excited Superman looked at her. And they just used the fortress to recharge him, using the power of the sun. And although it's a lovely extended scene and the fortress is gorgeous, and I love the way the fortress turns for the sunlight and all the things aligned to charge him, I think James Gunn chose this because people think of Superman as so powerful and difficult to write and not vulnerable. And, like it's something different to see him vulnerable. And I think
people haven't watched Superman 2 in 30 years or whatever it is.
Whatever the case, I don't know, but people don't resonate. People resonate Superman with being all powerful, unstoppable, and boring because he's so powerful. And so I guess he was trying to show you something different with this. But I also think it is hurting an audience because there's so many people who every time they release this, they're complaining. It's like, oh, why is Superman all beat up? Why do you guys show us beat up Superman? Why isn't he powerful? And I don't know. I think I would have been happier with a montage of him flying around, punching stuff, heat visioning, super breathing. But we got this, and it is very nice to look at. And Crypto's super cute. But, and of course I'm going to watch this movie. Like, there is no doubt in my mind I'm going to watch this movie. But does it assuage any of my fears about this movie and this movie tackling like 3, maybe 4 different freaking Superman stories with a cast that just feels too big for a Superman story? Because Superman stories aren't about these giant casts, I don't know. But let's hope for the best, because I got nothing else left.
What did he say? James Gunn said that this movie is Superman's been Superman for a little bit. He's friends with some superheroes out there, but they're a little hesitant of him because he's like awkward or something like that. He doesn't click with them or something like that.
That's what you want to hear.
Right, that's what you want, Oh, Superman.
You want because with that, what was the one that was supposed to take place that came out a few years ago where it was Superman and he come back after Superman 2 that was supposed to be with a pickup, and you got this
Superman Returns.
What's that? Yes, this emo Superman, and that so much worked because that's what people want to watch. So let's lean into that with this.
Yeah. Again, we'll have to see the movie, and let's see if he handles that properly.
I'll say this about James Gunn movies. I mean, it doesn't mean anything anymore, almost across the board, because the industry has gotten better. His movies always look great. The soundtrack always works with it. Some of his stories meander a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
I could agree
some
with
of the
that.
stories. Not all.
Yeah, I
of them.
could agree. Could
Guardians
agree
of the
with that.
Galaxy is a classic.
Oh, I'm not saying all of them,
I know.
but some of them, like Suicide
just said
Squad,
that,
is
yeah.
decent, but like got off the rails at points.
Yeah.
All right. So we're eagerly awaiting Superman. Well, we had a couple comments here about it. L. Ron Hubbard says a cousin of mine always hated Superman because he thought he could never be beat.
Deus
He
Ex
need to read.
Machina.
He need to read some more comics.
He does get beat. Yeah, he died for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
6.73. Sorry, Clip, I didn't like this trailer. No, Sticks Boy. Let's be sorry together that I didn't really like this trailer.
Didn't.
I should be all over it. And I'm just like,
Cliff has said this plenty of times.
you know?
He does not like this trailer.
I am such a Superman person.
Yeah.
Like, I am such a Superman person.
Yeah.
And this movie has me trembling.
You are the Superman apologist in the movie.
Yes.
Thank
And that's
you.
not a bad thing. It's just
No.
Yeah.
Not a
I have
bad
said
thing at all.
time and time and time again that Superman is basically my childhood, is basically all I had when I felt the most lonely, the most sad, the most alienated. And like, you know, there's so much good to do with Superman, and I don't know, like everyone's so, you know, it's like it shouldn't be this hard. It just shouldn't be. It's like the Blade movie. It shouldn't be that hard. Give me Blade killing vampires. That's it.
Which got canceled, by the way.
Surprise. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You know,
That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad.
it's very sad.
Marvel
And-
is a real big disappointment that you did that, man. The fact that you can't get a Blade movie together, that's a real
That's
disappointment.
either
Right
that
there.
It didn't have to be that hard. Blade
Yeah.
kills vampires. Oh, look, he brought this white British dude with a black sword with him. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
What was the problem? Yeah, I would have
let's-
had no problem with Black Knight being in the Blade movie.
Exactly.
Let's back up a couple months when we were reviewing Blade 3 and we all smoked it. So it is difficult to make a Blade movie. They made
That's
No,
that's
but
after
that's
two
what-
movies,
that's
though.
adding
That's
to
after
it.
2 movies, though.
right. So bring the people who worked on the first two back. I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
to say that it's not difficult to make a Blade movie, you're
No,
wrong,
because
because there
we're
were good ones and there were
restarting.
bad ones.
I'm saying it's not difficult to make a new Blade movie because it's all new. Like it's fresh. Like
Yeah,
people
but it's
don't
always
want
going to
much.
be it's always going to be compared to the original. So you have to be better than the original, or people are just going to smoke it because it's not better, or at least as good as the original. I
Listen,
know that's whatever, but that's just the
yeah,
psychology.
I'm just saying. I don't feel like the challenge is too hard, right? You have the power of Disney finances. You find top
preaching to the choir
choreographers,
here.
right?
Preaching to the
All
choir
the
here. I'm
top
just saying.
choreographers, a simple, solid story. Because let me tell you, a simple story executed beautifully is
Correct.
like a simple burger executed to perfection. That's it.
If
Blade is like, oh, Black Knight's been riding with me because he's got this sword and he's cursed, and we're gonna see if we can figure out a way to break the curse. Meet some mystical dude who's like, yo, these vampires are out of control, blah blah blah. Oh my goodness, who's this guy? Deacon Frost, Dracula. Oh, whatever the hell. Pick a vampire. Y'all got plenty, right? Go in there and cut it up. You got 2 swordsmen, just ching 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 ching, just murder them vampires, murder them. You know, and just give me beautiful choreography. Make me feel like one of these men.
That
could
would have
die.
been really good, like having the Black Knight in it. Because remember, the sword corrupts him the more he uses it, right?
I think
So imagine him,
The more it kills.
right? So imagine him getting like more darker as the movie goes on. That'd been pretty good for a Blade movie, you know?
Yeah,
I-
and then
yeah.
with that, and wait a second, we got lots of mystics in the Marvel universe. Why not use Brother Voodoo if we're gonna go crazy? Do that, and Brother Voodoo figures out a way to slow down. He can't fix the curse, but he can slow down the hold it has over him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie. Just give me the best. Give me the best that you got. We got the money. Just give me the best. Call Ryan Coogler should be on everyone's goddamn phone in all of freaking Disney. Call him. Call
that
him.
is true, because what's harder to make, a Blade movie or Iron Fist movie? I mean, They made Iron Fist. They made Hawkeye. Nothing against those movies. It's just that.
I mean, we want Iron Fist to be a little bit better though.
But no, what I'm saying is like, what's the main villains for them?
Yeah.
You know, like you can make a Blade movie.
It should be Dracula.
Make an Iron
I
Fist.
agree.
It should be
Although,
Dracula. As simple as that.
If you're smart and you want to make multiple Blade movies,
Yeah.
you lead up to Dracula, and the third one he fights Dracula. So you tease Dracula in the first
And Dracula
place.
should be played by Homelander. Done.
I could see that. That's
Done.
not a
Yeah, I
bad
could see
thing.
that.
You know what I mean? The guy, I forget his name, but done. He'd be Dracula. That'd be perfect.
Or what's his name that was in True Blood? The guy
Oh,
from
yeah.
the club. The
Skarsgård?
guy.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
Yeah, he'd
Yeah.
be a better Dracula. He
Well,
is-
but look, we're making movies here. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going
But
on.
look,
I'm just saying,
the
like,
corporate
why-
overlords.
yeah,
The corporate overlords is not going to have it.
yeah. I
Crazy.
understand that everything has difficulties, but we all know that money talks. We should
I
be
honestly
able to put
think-
together a movie.
The easiest intake for this fourth movie now is you have Blade struggling with the fact that Whistler's gone. Whistler
Yeah.
died. He's gone. So now that's why he brings in Black Knight, because I need somebody. I have no choice.
I need somebody to
I
watch
like
my
what
back.
you said, Cliff, but I think him struggling with the death of a friend the whole movie, and you know, because then you could two-hand it, and he doesn't have to be on screen the whole time.
And that can explain why he's in Europe at the end of Eternals.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. Look at
Disney, if you steal
Come
this
on.
idea,
Come
I'll be
on,
okay
Marvel.
with it.
Copyright.
I
Come
don't care
on,
if you steal
Marvel.
this, Disney.
All right, let's do a hashtag, and then we'll talk about one more show. Old Motown. Hashtag Old Motown. Put that in the comment section. You got 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Round and round it goes. Who's gonna win a duck in our monthly giveaway for April? I have comic issues already in there. Space cases are Stick
Six Boy.
Boy.
Look at you, Sticks. Look at you.
Stick Boy 73. You are in there, my friend. Next hashtag is Yukon Smash from Phil.
Man, they
Smash.
did.
They did.
Smash.
The champions.
Put that into the comments section. The other show I want to talk about, Daredevil.
Oh man, you remember that thing you said about good choreography, Cliff?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're gonna keep that in mind.
Can I
Forward,
just say
this
I
is
hope
episode
they
7.
land the plane here?
Yeah,
This
they
is
took.
episode- yeah, 7.
I was disappointed. They took Muse out too soon, man.
Yes.
Yes.
Too
absolutely.
soon.
They didn't do enough with him, and like he's creepy, but they didn't do enough with him to get what you got from the comic. And I know that everyone's gonna say that, but yeah,
Like his interaction with the psychologist, like
that was creepy.
I only saw one interaction though. You know what I mean? I would have
Right.
wanted to see him leave, come back for another one. You know what I mean? Getting more creepier as it goes along. But I feel like it was just like super rushed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And,
It would've
yeah,
made
I
more
mean,
sense.
Daredevil jumped through a window.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense if he had got shot a couple times, and then by the psychiatrist, right? And then while Daredevil is helping her and saying, stay with me, you know, whatever. And then when the cops come in, he's not there. Because then you can reuse him, and then whatever on him,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
bloody corpse wherever.
Yeah.
Which leaves a villain for the end of the season. It can't be Kingpin.
It has to be. 'cause
And
he's
It
It
is.
can't be
right?
though.
That's it. He's
No,
Yeah.
was he gonna fight? He's gonna fight Kingpin again?
Why not?
No, that's not gonna happen.
They're born again. They're both quote unquote born again.
Yeah, but they're not. I think their final confrontation will come a little because season 2, they're filming, and that Kingpin creates his task force just to see them fight again. Like I've seen them fight.
Okay.
We've seen
This
them
is
fight
the
each other.
guy who said we didn't see him in the suit enough.
Well, yeah.
we didn't. That's a.
I don't want just because of that. I think I'm talking about the end villain.
By the
I
way, can I just say how cute it is that the tracksuit mafia is back because we have not seen them since Hawkeye.
Yeah.
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 I appreciated their return. However, This, like, why did they just hire everyone from Netflix back? Like, that's what they should have done. Those people understood what they were doing. This whole season is just, they like, clearly they didn't know. He picked the showrunner, just called the people who worked on
The
Netflix.
showrunner is from the Netflix years.
Well,
He's the
then
one
he didn't call the right people to help him. I don't understand why this is so
I
awkward.
Well,
I-
it's easy to say
they
that.
filmed
but
all those. They filmed all those episodes, and instead of getting rid of that and starting fresh, like they told us they were going to do, they really didn't do that.
No, they
They
really
just-
didn't. But like,
Yeah,
Well, it's easy to say just bring everybody back from the original show. Yeah, of
I
course.
know.
I mean, but all you don't know how many of those people have gone on to not necessarily better, but bigger things. They're like, why would I? Not as much as I love that, but it's a career step back for me to go back to this when I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Plus,
Possibly.
some of them could be Netflix exclusive contracts. You know, we don't know all the pieces. I'm just saying it's too easy to say just bring those people back.
I just feel like, why?
I mean, here's the thing: if they don't land the plane hard on this movie, or on this show, I mean, it's good. I wouldn't give it an 8.6 like they're rating it. Maybe 7. It's okay. And
yeah,
I'm
I'd agree.
And I'm the Daredevil guy in the room.
There's
I
2
think
episodes
you're
left,
wrong.
right?
Is it 2? I thought it was only 1. Okay.
Yeah, I think
There's
there's 2
2.
episodes.
There's 2 episodes left.
I'll still give it
Six
around
Boy has
close
loved
to.
this series.
It's
I'll give
good.
it
I
around
just
close to
Listen,
eight.
I enjoy it.
Right,
no,
like,
I like it.
yeah, like, but let me tell you, it's on the back of the actors, not the script and the story. It's like
Yeah.
they are the actors are heavy lifting like serfs. Like
Would you
serfs
say
on
before C Bizzle?
Oh, I would give it a little, not at 8.6, but just under. I've been enjoying this every single episode.
Even all the courtroom drama, like that.
I
Yeah.
like the courtroom
Really?
stuff. I'm
Yes.
okay with it.
You talking to a guy like what's that show? SVU?
Yeah, Law and Order, of course. I like
Yeah.
Law and Order too. Call those people. Call people from Law and Order up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but then
whole
you're gonna have only courtroom stuff, and then you're gonna complain.
No, I know. Listen, I feel like we talked in circles about this with Daredevil over and over and over again. The thing is like it is not firing on all cylinders. I've recently rewatched season 1 of Daredevil on Netflix, and it's just so much better. And the fact that I've been in courtrooms, right, to support people, and I've watched these things unfold in real life, and like that one story infuriates me because it is such a poor reflection of what goes on in court. I don't know that I think that's what really broke this show for me. I was like, why did you do this story? Why is it so awfully done? What message were you trying to do with this? It really bothered me. But the acting, great. The choreography this episode, thank God, amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought the choreography was all right. Like I thought, really, like I think the best fight scene was the one at the very beginning of the series.
Yes.
And
I
unfortunately, like after that really great fight scene, you go way too many episodes without Daredevil. Like way too many. We don't get Daredevil back until like what, episode 6 again after like the first 5 minutes.
Hold on. Let me address something. Look at Sticks. It's drama. Okay, it's drama. Why did we do a whole episode with Kamala Khan's dad in the bank? What was that?
I like
Honestly,
have
like
that.
they should have switched
I
that. Like that episode would have been great if you had like the psychiatrist talking with the Muse kid in the middle,
as
like
a
these little
parallel,
intro.
right?
Yeah.
I'm okay
That's what
with it.
I'm saying.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I enjoyed that
as a
episode.
one-off episode. That
Yeah.
was actually one of the episodes I liked best in this season.
I could see that.
I like that episode.
And I just loved how organic it was that now you can have Kamala in the Daredevil universe instead of crowbarring Daredevil into She-Hulk, which made no freaking sense.
I
They're
agree.
both lawyers.
All right, that's Daredevil.
Elron agreed with me. That episode seemed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clifford, if you would
Not
give
to
us those channel announcements.
I got two. So like,
yeah.
let's begin. You know, one that clearly has been around and is popular, but like, I didn't know. I wish someone had told me sooner. And that is Blurred Without Fear.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
I'm subscribed.
Like,
Yeah, it was a great channel.
right. And I'm just like, could someone have like clued me in sooner?
Oh, my
So,
bad.
yeah. So,
My
yeah,
bad.
I'm sorry. It's 106,000 subscribers
Yeah.
he's had. So he
Yeah.
doesn't really need the subscribers, but
Yeah.
he's got a great channel. He's got this down. I like that he's still like, even though he's doing what everybody like, you know, he's doing all the right things for everything, right? Like he still feels very organically natural. He doesn't feel processed and scripted all the time. Does that make sense? So anyhow, love him. Thank you, Blur Without Fear. Sorry that no one clued me in sooner. You know,
My bad.
but talk about catching a clue. How about our good friend Shane at 1063 Comics? He is killing it. He got the 6,000 subscribers. He did them shorts till he was blue in the face and got the subscribers. Go check him out. He's got short content, long form content. He's got great videos on collecting, his collection updates on him, collection updates through the CLZ app, how you can use the CLZ app, and so much more. So go and he co-hosts with Insyverse NYC. They have a great show. So go check them out. You know,
The
look, let's
CLZ
give
app is the best one.
Yeah, hands down.
also
Might be.
Six Boy 73. He is only 24 subscribers away from 100. So go show our boy some love over there.
All right.
Back to you, folks, and thank you.
Thank you, Clifford, for always letting us know about these great channels. All right,
My
let's
bad. My bad,
spin.
I should have told you about that
Yukon
guy.
Smash. You have 15 seconds to put that into the comment section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I see you, number 6. Draw. Right there, round and round it goes. Who's going to win the third duck of the night? Oh my goodness!
Boy,
He's on there.
Wow.
He's heating up.
Mm-hmm.
He's heating up.
And he's got new original content starting this week. Right on.
All right. Boys to Men is the final hashtag. Boys to Men is the final hashtag. Put that in the banner at the bottom. It relates to our movie of the week. And our new trilogy is from C. Bizzle. We're doing Michael Schultz in our final season of directors trilogy. And the first one is COOLEY High. Came out in 1964. Came out in 1975. Apologies. In 1964, on Chicago's near North Side, the lives of 4 carefree high school seniors and best friends, including an aspiring playwright and an all-city basketball champion, takes a tragic turn. All right, let's talk about it.
So, once again, this is in in Chicago, back in the 60s, mid 60s. So you hear a lot of the lingo that goes on, the language. Also, real quick, the director Michael Schultz, he done some amazing films that really I feel he's an underrated director. Some of the films I didn't pick, the Car Wash back in 1976.
Car Wash. Yeah.
Crush Groove was a breakdance.
Ooh, Crush Groove was classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did a comedy with Richard Pryor called Greased Lightning. So he done Michael Schultz done a lot of good stuff.
He also directed 4 episodes of Black Lightning, the TV series.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
He also directed 6 episodes of Blackish,
Yes.
8 episodes of Arrow, 3
Yes.
episodes of New Girl on Fox. Did not see that coming.
I didn't either. And he did if y'all remember, it's this film called Thou Art Loose with
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He directed that film as well. So he done a lot of good stuff, as far as film. And I really enjoyed this film a lot. Listening to the lingo, a lot of stuff that they did would not fly at all. Uh, you know, in this day and age, seeing
Didn't really
old
fly back
school,
then.
really, yeah. But you know what it is? Like, I don't want to jump all the way to the end. But how they got released from the police? Like,
Yeah.
hey man, you know, your teacher talks to a police officer, say, hey, they're good kids. Just let them off for a joyride. Blah 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 blah. He's all right. Those two can go. Like, you would not get that in this day and age.
Nah.
No,
I don't know.
unless you're in a
if it-
small rural town.
Probably
Yeah.
not a major city. I'll give it. But then
Yeah.
again, you. I got the feeling, and I mean, I don't know because they don't really explain it in the movie. I got the feeling that cop and the teacher knew each other and had known
Oh,
each
yeah.
other for a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
it was
definitely
like,
knew.
do me a
No,
solid
that
here.
that
And
that
I
is
can
a,
see that still
that's a
happening.
factor. So
Yeah.
so
I think you can make it happen if they don't have like a criminal record, like a whole list
Or
of
it's
priors
murder.
that
Like they stole
Yeah.
a car. It's not like it's a murder.
Yeah.
so Bizzle, in that era of Chicago
Mhm.
and that neighborhood, the cops were not rotated, right? So
Yes.
you knew your local cops always,
Yeah.
right? And that, I'm sure, played into the teacher's reputation, the teacher having known the cop. Like, I almost found it unbelievable, but also looking at what the time frame was and what what the spirit of the neighborhoods were like,
Yeah.
it makes more sense.
Oh yeah.
they knew each other well enough
knew-
to smoke with each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I knew for that reason, yes, for the time period. I'm saying that can't happen now in a major
Oh,
city.
now no, that just
Yeah.
it just can't.
Yeah. Like New York, Detroit, Dallas. No, that's not happening.
The way he got out of the classroom with
Right.
the
Here's
bloody
my-
nose.
There's that. But like, why is this called Cooley High? Because there's all of about 2 minutes where they're actually in school in the entire movie.
Yeah. It's just based upon the actual, and that's the actual school in Chicago.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
seems believable.
Yeah, and then, matter of fact, there's a Cooley High in Detroit too. A couple of good NBA players came from there.
We get a couple actors that we know pretty well, like Garrett Morris. It was good to see Garrett
Preach.
Morris. Preach, which Glenn Turman
Yep.
from
And he looks
Different World,
exactly
and the other guy
the same.
was from a Different World too. The
Stephen
pimp.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yep.
is that it? The pimp.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was his first film.
Yeah.
I know him from he was in a Jason movie, and he also was in 21 Jump Street, the original.
Right on.
Mm.
So here's my. This wasn't a full-on green shirt guy moment, but when
Oh, Green Shirt Guy moment
but
coming.
when that guy takes all of his money out and puts it in that envelope, I'm like, come on, like nobody's.
Yeah, that's a little like.
Hey,
I gotta keep
hey.
you
I'm like,
safe,
people are
man.
dumb, but like I don't even know that people are that stupid.
Back in that day, when you know
Maybe.
you about to get something.
I know. I
Your
get
mind is
that.
not
No,
straight.
I get being distracted. I can't fathom emptying your wallet to a guy you don't know.
Right.
I'll
Right.
watch your car for you. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So what's funny about the use of the name? So he wanted something directly from his anchored in his life, and he went to the Cooley Vocational School, right? And so he and who's the other filmmaker with this?
You talking about
Monte.
the writer? Yeah, Eric Monte.
Monte and
Eric Monte and Michael Schultz.
right.
Yeah.
Monte and Schultz wanted to maintain authenticity, and then they felt that the idea of the school represented the dreams and the challenges of inner city youth, and like that was why they chose Cooley High, even though it's like it's more than just a location that shows up in like 2 scenes. Like
Yeah.
but it's about like keeping it grounded in this reality that they were really focused on representing as accurately as possible.
I mean, you believe Garrett Morris every time.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
and that fully comes through. I just don't know. For me, with this story, I feel like there should have been a few more scenes to really hammer that home. It just seemed like was thrown at the end, so you know where we're going. Because this movie, I liked it, but it was very disjointed. The story kind of bounced around and then hit its stride at the end.
You know what's kind of cute about that is high school is disjointed.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it is very disjointed. I can give you a first-hand experience.
Yes, I feel like they made art. I feel they genuinely made serious artistic choices together, because everything that I have looked up on this movie reflects that it was all about conversations about how to film, what we're writing, how to do a rewrite.
Yeah.
You know, like it was just like how to make use of time. You know, like, oh, we get to film here, but we can only film here like 2 hours on a Sunday.
This was one of those movies that made me think, and I keep thinking about it, that we could make a movie, because
we could.
There's nothing, you know, that they didn't use or that have that we couldn't do as well. And that's what I liked about it. I was like, they don't have no big budget, they don't have no big sets. It's basically story and people and just getting it all together. And I like that aspect of it.
So two things. One, the budget was like around 750,000, and it made it made like around 13 million.
It was like a box office
750
hit.
back then, though.
Yeah.
That was an investment.
Yeah.
Yes. And another thing, we're not gonna walk past the zoo scene with the gorilla.
With the gorilla,
had me
we got
laugh.
the doo-doo.
I'm gonna tell you, no one's gonna know that you got hit with gorilla shit was playing the whole movie.
They're like, they gonna know this. Like,
But he said, what did he say? He said, I gotta go in and take a shower.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's not you, it's the shirt, bro. Like, you gotta rock the shirt. And I felt like he had another white tee under there. Like,
that's soaked through.
Take that shirt off, bro.
Yeah, both shirts got soaked through with that monkey dung. Yeah.
The scene, like when they got the girls in the hallway, and
how aggressive was that?
Yeah, it's mad aggressive.
Bro, Preach was an aggressive young man. Every once in a while I kept telling him, like, bro, slow down.
Right.
Like,
she's clearly not enjoying any of this.
Yeah.
At all.
Can we also talk about how this is 1975 when this came out? This is not a PG movie.
No, it's definitely not.
Alone makes it not a PG movie.
Yeah.
That was like the one like art part of the movie. I was like, okay, they trying to get a little artsy with this and throw that in there.
And then he got a little trophy because he tells her that it was a bet right after.
Oh, bro, when he said that, I was like, what the hell is wrong?
I was like,
you gotta get that in, but like there's an easier way to put that in the script.
Yeah. I can't wait to tell Coachy he owes me some money.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was wild.
It would make more sense
when
if he was saying it to like one of his sisters or something like that while she was in the bathroom like getting dressed. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't supposed to hear, rather than him just saying it to her. Like, who's that stupid?
The death of Coach. Oh my god.
Man, that
had me. I paused the movie for a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, did he just die?
I didn't pause it. I was like, wait a minute.
That was a whack, like on the head.
Yeah,
like, that was
like, what? That was deep right there.
Yeah.
But it was a little like when his hand moved a little bit. If you noticed it, like it looked like he was alive. That's why I was like, wait, his hand just moved. But I guess it was it wasn't.
We call that a death twitch.
Yeah.
You know, and by the way, sad enough in real life, totally plausible.
Yes.
Right. And when he's screaming for like trying to scream for help, I'm sorry, Green Sugar. When he's screaming, and then you can't hear his voice over the train.
The L train, yeah.
Yeah, that was deep too. That was deep.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say those guys clearly knew something had gone too far because they got out of there in a hurry.
Yeah.
So like, I should.
They didn't mean to kill him.
In, but then yeah.
Yeah, they didn't mean to kill him. They mean to just rough him up, but they went too far.
Yeah.
And the guy who kills him gets like away with it. Like that's the.
Yeah.
Yes. The scene with Martha, I love Martha. Okay.
Yeah.
I love chasing Preacher around with the meat cleaver.
Oh my god!
Because he kept gambling in her establishment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That, yeah.
But was that, remember when he went into the bathroom trying to get away from the dudes and the girls in the toilet? I'm like, what are you doing, my God?
She's like, get out of here. He's like, I'm trying to.
That was funny. But when he died, then like the next scene is funeral. Boom. And I was like,
and you don't go to your best friend's funeral?
Yeah.
I'm like, screw this guy. That's why I didn't feel bad for him at the end.
No, listen.
No,
everyone's different. How can you represent other people's emotions? I know lots of people where the pain is too much for them to show up. I know lots of people that happens to. Grief is so overtaking. It does all sorts of crazy shit to you.
I agree.
The first is ridiculous amounts of guilt, you know? Even when
that's what he was feeling.
Yeah. Like, so he was consumed by what grief was doing to him.
Because if you look at it, a few scenes before, the guilt hit him hard because the way last time they talked was out of anger. Because he was sleeping with his girl.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna do quotation marks because it's his girl one day and his girl not. But he felt betrayed by him, and he probably felt that if I was with him, we probably just got beaten up and we would have just went about our way. But now that he's dead,
I get
remorse,
that,
guilt.
And you get that I get that. I'm not doubting that. And clearly he's upset because he was still mad at him, and he felt that Cochise was still mad with him. But even though they were angry at each other, he was still going to defend his friend.
Yeah,
and then he was too late to get.
It's too late because he wasn't.
I just personally don't buy not going to your best friend's funeral. I don't buy it. And that's just me. I just don't buy it.
I don't know how to take the ending of him saying goodbye, and then he just runs, and then he's just running and smiling and laughing, and I'm like, ooh.
Again, I guess since I'm the one with all the grief counseling, so grief is a roller coaster. We're seeing a montage of their friendship, and that is what's happening in that moment, right? Your brain often does the highlight reel, right? And that was what was happening. He was having a highlight reel moment, and we were watching that. And of course, the movie is trying to demonstrate it for us by doing the clips and everything as he's running with joy to go pursue his dream that his friend always wanted him to pursue, But again, like I was telling somebody the other day that I've experienced so much grief. Like I can just check the boxes of everything everything that I'm going through, whether it's guilt, whether it's the highlight reel, whether I'm angry, which by the way, only last year was I ever angry at someone I knew who died. And that was all new for me. And I had to go to a freaking, I had to go to a grief counseling group because I didn't know how to deal with it, But, anyhow, this movie, and of course, when I watched this and I was just a kid, maybe I was 16, 17, because my brother had all these movies. He had as we all know how I feel about my brother, but I wouldn't know any of these films without him. I would never have listened to Miles Davis Meets Thelonious Monk if it weren't for him. So anyhow, this movie's great. This movie is in the American Film Institute, and with good reason.
All right, let's get some numbers on this. We'll start off with you, Cliff.
9.
Ooh.
Look, this movie may, and again, I am feeling a certain kind of way this week, but this movie captured my feelings on friendship and grief and complexity and certainly after I saw the other movie in the theater, because that was traumatic. So this was something else. This was also a lot of I cried a lot this week. There was a lot of crying. But no, I think with everything they had at their disposal, they told a great film. They told a great story and made a great film. And the themes of the film transcend its time frame, right? And
yeah,
that's it. I'm going high.
Phil, what do you got, Phil?
Not as high as Cliff, but higher than the IMDb rating. I am giving this a 7.5. I enjoyed it. It was good, and it's a good movie. And yeah, 7.5.
All right, green shirt guy.
All right, so you all are gonna hate me, but the parts of this movie that I liked, but the parts I didn't like when it was disjointed and the ending just didn't do it for me, dragged it down for me. But like I said, there were parts of it I liked. I thought the fight at the party was hilarious. I was laughing my balls off, especially when Peach goes through the door and he just winks at that girl.
And he's like actually like got like a chance to get her when he's talking about poetry. He's not like being as aggressive. It's like this is the thing I'm actually into. Like
I also thought it was funny that Tyrone gets punched by the dude, and then the girl says something like, "Who you think you're punching?" And then she punches him.
Dorothy,
that made me laugh. I thought that was really funny. So the parts, like I said, the parts I liked, I thought were really good. The parts I didn't like just didn't land for me. So I'm actually going to go slightly lower than IMDb. I'm going to go 6.5.
Okay. I am going to go an 8. Everything Cliff said is great. I'm on green shirt guy's side a little bit disjointed in certain parts. That's why I gave it an 8. But overall, the themes, everything, that's high school. That's, inner city high school, most of all. Like Cliff, we grew up in Newburgh and going to high school, and it's almost spot on. You know what I mean? It's almost spot on. Close. Yeah, so that's what I liked about it as well. So I'm going to give it an 8. See, Bizzle?
Yes, I enjoyed this movie immensely. I really enjoyed Michael Schultz's directing style. I know this has a little jumping off, this, like you said, disjointed moments. But like what y'all said earlier, that's how high school is. That's how my high school was. One minute I'm doing this, boom, next minute I'm doing that. One thing I really love about this movie is the soundtrack. The soundtrack had nothing but great Motown music in it.
I'll give you that. There were bangers.
I love the soundtrack. It opened up with the Supremes.
Temptations.
The Temptations was in it. I really, really enjoyed this film. Quick thing for everybody. I'm gonna give you a quick epilogue about what happened to everybody. Just real quick. Preach moved to Hollywood and graduated and became a successful screenwriter. Stone and Robert, the two guys that were involved in the car. Yeah, they were killed in the gas station holdup. Brenda, the girl that Preach slept with, became
Cynthia
a librarian.
Davis.
Yep. Became a librarian in Atlanta, got married, had 3 kids. Pooter, factory worker in Indiana. Tyrone
Best
was
name
killed.
of the whole movie.
Pooter, yeah.
Tyrone got killed in the 1986 Democratic National Convention in Chicago during the outbreak of racial violence.
Chicago 7 stuff.
Yeah. So it was a lot of good epilogue.
And wait, the guy who actually killed Cochise, he gets he's in like the army, right?
Yeah, he goes
he
to
became
become
army.
military.
Like that kind of like that made me like a little bit like upset too. Like I was just like,
he was still
man.
able to.
Yeah,
do
he's still
something
like he was the actual like killer there. And, So that ending kind of felt like I don't know, like all right, so let's roll a dice and see what happens to these people.
Yeah. So I enjoy everything about this film. I will watch it again. I could watch it. I could literally watch this on a weekly basis. I'm with you with Cliff. I'm giving this a 9.
9, which gives it an overall 8, and that's one above the IMDb score.
Yes, sir.
So that's very, very good. Very, very good. If you guys haven't watched it out there, go out and check it out. Next Sunday, part 2 of the Michael Schultz trilogy.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Okay. After this movie, we needed a break, and this one is a break.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot wait. It's very, very
Yes.
funny. So make sure you tune in next Sunday, April 13th, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific. We will be discussing Disorderlies. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, we're going over our new keys and hot comics of the week. We're going to go over all the new books coming out, new keys, give you plenty chances to win some ducks as well.
Love
so make
that.
sure you
Love that
tune in.
thumbnail.
Right?
That's
I
a
do
sick
too.
thumbnail.
Now listen, you better love it because it ain't ever happening again. There's a new one.
We should do that thumbnail every week. I like that.
Every week.
I'm not gonna. If you love it, that's wonderful. I'm not gonna keep it around long enough so you can hate
See,
it.
if we like it, he just gets rid of it. See how it is?
Yeah, I love that. I love the
I
font.
promise you a new thumbnail every week from here on out. Very different.
Should use this as a template and just work off of this.
We'll
Yes.
see. Well, guess we'll have to wait to see afterwards. New Keys and Hot Comics
means
episode
no.
136. On
Viewers,
Wednesday.
we're relying on you. You need to comment on the videos and let us know when you think the thumbnails are fire or garbage. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. We need the truth.
This is
Don't
also
hold back.
pretty.
Don't hold back. Yeah,
This is
put
a
him in
pretty
the
good
comments.
thumbnail here.
Don't DM Cliff on
Yeah.
a weekend where he's
Right.
going
Don't
through
DM
stuff.
me. We
I
have
mean-
moved past that. Just put it in the comments.
Wednesday, new comic book day is back. 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll have a skip for you.
We're back,
go over
baby.
all the new books and everything. So make sure you tune in. We'll give you chances to win our monthly giveaway as well. That's on Wednesday, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific. And then 2 weeks from now, fill in the blanks. Thursday, April 17th. See
Oh,
Bizzle
snap. Are
and
we
Green
still
Sugar.
doing that?
It's episode 6. They're doing Ultimate Spider-Man to finish out their Ultimate trilogy. And
Just be a lot
Clifford
easier.
will be the guest host. Wonderful Clifford. Make sure you tune in
Yay.
for that. All right. Excellent. All right. Let's give a shout out in the comments and then spin for that last duck. Give you guys chances to put it in there. The hashtag is Boys to Men. Put that into the comment section. Wait, I want to do the out music. All right. Let's see who was here today. Who joined us today? Lots of lovely, lovely people. TM Nerdy became a member of a channel. Thank you, TM Nerdy. Let me get over here and give you a thank you. Boom. Thank you, TM Nutty. We appreciate you. Dan's Hobby Corner came out tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Mr. Spock, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Kenneth Bird is in the house. We appreciate you. Christina Payne, the lovely Christina Payne, thank you for all your work. We appreciate you. Who else? Stick Boy 73 is trying to go for the trifecta and the Ducks. He's got 2 already tonight. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Bedazzle's in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. Chaos and Comics is in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Space Case Collectibles came out tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. I Have Comic Issues got a duck tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Let's see who else, my friend. L. Ron Hubbard is in the house. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Kamaria is in the house. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Jean Mallow, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Oh, this is a new one. Guadalajara Slots. Thank you for being here.
Say that the right way.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you.
Say that quickly.
Who else? Is there anyone else?
Are those loose lots?
Say Swell, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Old Wolf
Can't take him
65, thank you for being here tonight. Old Wolf 65,
What's up?
we appreciate you. And that's it.
Window, and I'm like, oh no.
All right, let's spin for this last lovely duck and get these lovely people out of here. 15 seconds on the clock. Put it into the comments section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last one of the night. Who's going to be entered into this monthly giveaway? Joseph Michaels.
Hey!
Consistent winner right there.
Good job, Joseph.
You're
Sorry
in
for
there.
eating the trifecta.
And for everybody else out there, tune in tomorrow. We're going to give you more chances to win some ducks. Make sure you tune tomorrow. And also, our memberships are open on the Council of Comics. Just get that first level membership. Guarantee you a duck in the membership giveaway and the subscriber giveaway. So, and I think it's just like $1.99 or $2.99, something like that. All right. So, for myself, for Cliff, for Phil, for Green Shirt Guy, for C Bizzle, and the rest of the Council of Comics, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Days like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?